EGM Network.
This is an Evergreen Media Network production. And now, it's time to put you on the spot with EGM.
Hello and welcome to On the Spot with EGM. I'm Jesse Krisky. You know, Downtown Friday is fast approaching February 28th, and joining us at Downtown Friday, downtown Vero Beach this month is the new Deco and the lead singer. And how else would you describe you, Manny? You're the lead singer, you're the maestro of the new Deco.
I am the founder of the new Deco and erstwhile music director down here. When we perform with a large orchestra, which is how it started in New York, it's a 20-piece orchestra in its full complement. I generally have a music director because I'm the artistic director of the show and have enough on my plate to deal with that. But in a smaller group setting like this, I can handle those responsibilities as well. I wouldn't call myself the lead singer. I would say I'm one of the lead singers because we actually have two ladies with us that are just fantastic. Irina, and we now have a new singer joining us named Lou Wilkin, who's based here in Vero, and she is just fantastic, so we're happy to have her on board. All right. Yeah, so that picture you're showing there, that's Irina on the right as you look at it, and that's Victoria Leahy in the middle there, and she's great. She's currently down in Miami attending university down there. So Lou will be taking over for her for this this show on the 28th.
All right, very good. So it's not exactly the same lineup. We were able to see you at Halloween time here in Vero Beach, and just an amazing show. It was incredible. And so it's the different lineup from the Halloween show.
A little bit, yes. We still have the great Sam Moss on drums, who is just a phenomenal talent. He's a prodigy, really, is what he is. He's a Vero Beach native. He's 18 years old, and he's currently attending school at Berklee School of Music in Boston, and he comes down for our shows. I thought when he left, I said, geez, gonna miss you around here, Sam. And he was like, oh, no, I'll come down for the shows. So he jumps on a breeze flight and comes down and out of Providence, and it's just great to have him. He's recommended a young bass player that he works with, also from here in Vero, named Miguel Huerta, who is fantastic. And then we have Mike T on keyboard, Mike Talismanic. All right. He's originally from Boston, but is currently over in Sebastian. And Mike is great. And so what we have with New Deco is we have this really fun balance of young and old, because, Mike and I are about the same age. And then we have Miguel and Sam, who are teenagers, which is insane. And then Lou is in her 20s and Irina's in her 30s. So it's a real great sort of meeting of cross-generational musicians, which is just a really fun energy that it brings to the stage.
Yeah, there is a fun energy. And I'd like to play a little bit of the new Deco as well, because there is a fun energy. You guys are unique. You bring something that you're not going to see a lot. You guys are stylish and really cool.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's bringing the Deco era sensibility forward into the new century, basically, is what the goal is here. This is Sergio Mendes' tune we're doing called Cinnamon and Clove.
There's Irina.
Mm-hmm. These pictures were taken at my home. We did a little presentation before the show. I think you maybe can crank that a little bit.
Yeah. Is that Bossa Nova?
Yes.
Water's crystal in your hand. The air is cinnamon and clove. The temple's easy as you please. From every lemon yellow morning through velvet evening, the breeze is singing a song of cinnamon and clove, a touch of cinnamon and clove.
So here's an example example of Irina taking the lead and Victoria and I singing backgrounds.
Very nice. Very nice. So that's the new Deco, cinnamon and clove. And that's a little bit of the taste of what you guys can do. And you can also do pop hits, I believe, right?
We do. That's the other thing about the new Deco concept, is that it's a very eclectic repertoire. It's one of the things I enjoy most about the whole concept of new Deco, is curating music that is just wildly varied in styles, but putting it together in a way that really flows from one thing to the next. So it's never jarring. It just feels like it just kind of leaves you in the space of, you just don't know what's going to happen next. Did you experience that on Halloween?
I did, yeah. I did not know exactly what to expect. I knew it would be different, and it was different. And there was something new every few minutes or so, it seemed like.
Oh, yeah. It can literally go from one song to the next. Will just take you to a whole new world.
Yeah. Kim and I had a lot of fun dancing on the dance floor.
Loved it.
And,
Loved seeing you out there.
And we had a great time. Yeah, absolutely.
Dancing is a big part of the impetus also behind the way that I curate the music. Dancing has kind of become a little bit of a lost art, tell you the truth. And I know people just really enjoy when they have the chance to do it. So, and I really enjoy giving the opportunity to do that.
Well, we're glad you can be able to give the people a chance to dance at the Downtown Friday Roaring Twenties coming up February 28th. And, well, Manny, I don't know if I properly introduced you at the start of the show. You're Manny Moreira. You're the director of the new Deco. And so you have this background of music. Where did you come up with the idea of the new Deco?
So I've always been drawn to the idea of multimedia entertainment ever since I was very young, in my 20s, and also the idea of having sort of a house band, if you will, and then enjoy, bringing in different talent and sort of a rotating roster of talent, so that not only the music is varied, throughout the evening, but also the performers are varying as well. So that's why when you said, I was the lead singer, well, I'm the lead singer on some of the tunes, but not on all of them. So we switch off singing lead and then singing background for each other on the tunes that other people have leads on. But yeah, so how did I originally come up with the idea? I mean, like I said, I was always interested in multimedia type of entertainment. But in the early 2000s, I was working as the music producer and director for a global corporate events company based in New York.
Okay.
And so we were constantly coming up with different ideas. We would have these production meetings. Okay, what are we going to do for Samsung in Houston? What are we going to do for the MasterCard Masters tournament in Hawaii? What are we going to do in China? What are we going to do in Bermuda for Nextel, And so we would come up with these different ideas. And New Deco was just one that I always wanted to present. Like I said, the idea of a multimedia thing and a larger based orchestra, which is what the original concept of it was. And that we would also do this incredibly varied repertoire of music. So it's everything from the 30s Gershwin and Porter to 40s swing to 50s ballads to 60s Motown to 70s disco to 80s pop and funk. I mean, we've even done an operatic aria in a New Deco show. And all of this with a healthy dose of ethnic music as well, world music put in there. Brazilian, I'm Brazilian in background, so we do a lot of that. And salsa, cha-chas, to all of this mixed and put through a filter of elegance. That's the main thing, is that what we try to promote. I think that a lot of people are missing that. Since the 90s, when the whole grunge thing happened, normally, if you go back and look at the history of musical evolution, say through the 20th century, there was always a cycle. There was always, every 10 years or so, you would get a new style of music. And it was always accompanied by a new fashion that would also sort of work in combination with that. That stopped in the 90s. If you look at it now, there has not been, because of the sort of homogenization of corporate media, the individual artists haven't had as much opportunity to just kind of come out of nowhere and create whatever new style it was that they were bringing. So things have become very static in that direction.
That's a good point.
So New Deco is about bringing a style of elegance forward, but it's also not stuck in that era. In other words, we're not trying to pretend like it's 1928. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't do that. We like that style. We promote it a lot because personally it's my favorite. The Deco era to me is the most elegant and coolest look as far as I'm concerned. But all through the century, you know, what happened in the 20s was cool. What happened in the 40s was cool. What happened in the 50s was cool. The 60s you had your Rat Pack sort of throwback a little bit to the Deco era. As a matter of fact, so did the 80s. If you recall, or you don't recall, Jesse, because you're not old enough to remember. Yeah. But, you know, there was the shoulder pads happened again, and, you know, the skinny ties and cool, you know, different haircuts. And, and so we're just trying to promote that, because one thing I've always believed that fashions come and go, but style is timeless. And so the style is something that we try to promote as its individual style. People just have the opportunity to get dressed up and do their thing without feeling, you know, self-conscious about being overdressed or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's fun. People just enjoy it.
It is fun. And we're going to have a lot of fun at the Roaring Twenties, downtown Friday, February 28th, 6 p.m., downtown Vero Beach. It's free. It's free to attend.
That's a good price, folks.
Absolutely. And Manny, where can we find out more about the New Deco?
You can find out more about the New Deco at newdecoorchestra.com, and there it is. And if you scroll down, you'll see descriptions of what the vibe is about with our shows, what we're promoting. You'll see some videos, music videos, some live stuff. You'll see some stuff that we did in the studio. There's quite a lot to see on the New Deco Orchestra website.
Very good. newdecoorchestra.com. Manny Moreira, we'll see you at the Roaring Twenties, February 28th at 6 o'clock.
Looking forward to it, Jesse.
All right. Everybody, thanks a lot for watching and listening to On the Spot with the EGM. I'm Jesse Krisky. Until next time, take care.
See y'all. See you there.